Hey everyone, it's Cassia. Welcome back to my channel. While you're here, don't forget to subscribe for more productivity and lifestyle content, but let's get right into it. Today I'm doing a quick review of amandarachlee's dotted notebook. My sister and I got each other the notebooks as early Christmas presents on Black Friday, so of course I paid my own money for this notebook, and all opinions are my own and honest. The color I chose was the gray, while she got the camel. Online, I liked the camel color better, but I also wanted a more simpler look, so I think the gray fits my style much better. The packaging was super simple with just some plastic wrap, and while I love the cute storage boxes that other journals come in, like the Archer and Olive, I never even look at those again, so I don't mind the packaging that's meant to be discarded. It's an A5 sized hardcover notebook with vegan leather and foil embossments on the front and back. Every color notebook differs in the color of the foils, so the gray has silver embossments. They're the same doodles from her doodle planner. I'm more of a minimalist, so I would have preferred one simple design on the front cover, or just the front cover being covered in designs rather than both sides. But I guess this is Amanda's signature for all of her products, so I understand why she did it. I know it was her first launch, but I am excited to see any variety in her designs for future launches and notebooks. The first page has the same doodles as the cover where you just write your name. There's no index, but there are page numbers, which some people might find odd, but I actually really like it. I never use an index anyway, but I like being able to easily see how far into the notebook I am and how many pages are left. Some other features are the standard back pocket that most notebooks have, as well as a loop to hold the book close and a pen loop. There are also two silver ribbons to use as bookmarks. Next, I'm just going to compare it to the main competitor that I can discuss, the Archer and Olive A5 notebooks. Obviously, my Archer and Olive is a little more beat up after a year's worth of use, but also my current notebook is a fabric cover, which attracts more debris and ink, so I actually prefer Amanda's leather cover. The Archer and Olive also comes with a little charm at the end of the ribbon, which Amanda's doesn't. It also has a simpler design on the front cover, which was one of the main reasons why I was really debating between purchasing another Archer and Olive versus Amanda's. Moving on to comparing the insides of the notebooks, Amanda's paper is more of a cool tone, pure white, but the difference between the two in terms of color is barely noticeable. What is noticeable is how much darker and thicker the dot grids are in Amanda's versus the Archer and Olive, which may be good if you're a beginner to dot grid paper. Something that stood out to me though is that Amanda's pages seem to be a bit more coated and smoother than the Archer and Olive, which I prefer for painting and writing calligraphy. For pricing, Amanda's notebook is about $10 cheaper, priced at $26, while the Archer and Olive is usually $35 to $38. So that's definitely something to take into consideration as well. And the final portion of this review will be the pen and paint test. I'm a big advocate for experimenting with different mediums in your journal, whether it's through painting or crafting, so I'm always on the hunt for paper that can withstand a lot. I just started out with all the different inks that I have and organized the page by medium and color. I also wanted to try out some of my white gel and paint pens to see how closely they match the color of the paper for future mistake coverage. I also tested out some markers that I most commonly use, like my Tombow dual brush pens. As you can see, only the Sharpie and the Tombow Mono Twin in OA really ghosted through, which I pretty much expected since they're permanent markers. Since the paper is 160 GSM and super thick, it can withstand a lot with no bleeding at all. For the paint test, I'm using gouache paint, watercolor, and some acrylic paint, and you guys have seen me use all these mediums in my past setups. I had high expectations as other reviewers said great things about this journal, so I did a few washes brushes with my watercolor, adding more water as I went and even sometimes blending two colors together. My Tombow brush pen trial kind of failed as it dried way too quickly and I couldn't get the ink to move around after I put it down. I would have liked for the paper to be a bit more smoother or coated since that'd really help with the watercolor and blending, but I think it's alright if you don't plan on using too much water in your paintings. I don't know why, but gouache always seems to fold the paper the most, more so than watercolor, even in my Archer and Olive, and the folding got pretty bad with more water added. However, the watercolor didn't fold as much unless I was trying to blend two colors together, where I had to add a lot of water, and the acrylic didn't ghost at all. So just be stingy with the amount of water you add after the paint's already dry, and you should be fine. So just some final thoughts, though there are some drawbacks to the notebook for my own personal preferences like the outer design, the main thing I really appreciate was the quality of the book and paper and style for less money than the Archer and Olive. I think these are really comparable to what I've heard about notebook therapy, but I can't do a fair comparison since I've never owned one. I'm going to use this journal for 2021, and I can give you more thoughts on my experience with it in my future set of videos, so make sure you stay tuned and subscribe. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and give this video a thumbs up if it helped you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!